And are you looking for an escape from reality this weekend? Pop culture expert Kathleen Newman-Bremang has 5 different ideas for you in the holiday edition of Worth Watching. Okay, Kathleen, what is it about the holidays that allows our capacity for cheesiness and sappiness to just increase tenfold? Like, we all know what we're in for with most holiday movies, but we love them anyways. We want more.
We do, but you know I always have the capacity for cheesiness and sappiness. There is something about the holidays, though. Honestly, I think that even though they're predictable, in this time of uncertainty, it is kind of nice to be 100% sure that we're going to get a happy ending. And, you know, we're going to get some tidings of comfort and joy and love at this season. That's what we want.
That's what we want. I need all of that. I need the happiness, the romance, the loveliness, the gorgeousness. Okay, so your first holiday pick is a feel-good family film, Jingle, Jangle. Saw it on your Instagram. Cannot wait to watch it. Tell us about it.
Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Kathleen, and I am a Jingle Jangle super fan. No shame. I am so obsessed with this movie. So this is a movie musical about Journey Jangle, played by newcomer Madeline Mills. She's the goddaughter of toy maker Jeronicus Jangle, played by Forrest Whitaker. The names are amazing, but that's not even the best part. So Keegan-Michael Key plays Jeronicus's former apprentice. He stole all of his ideas and became one of the richest toy makers in the land, which basically broke Jeronicus. So Journey, his granddaughter, is intent on giving her grandfather his groove back, so to speak. And that is the premise where we build the 2 hours of pure joy that this movie is. There are elaborate song and dance numbers. There's Ricky Martin, Felicia Rashad, Princess Tiana herself, Anika Noni Rose, round out the cast. It's just a holiday classic. As you said, it's family friendly. It's full of infectious music. I dare you to watch this and not be charmed.
Oh, I'll be charmed, all right. Especially, you said Princess Tiana's in it. Like that, Eva, my daughter, is there. Like, we are here for this. I love it. Now, your next recommendation has been getting a lot of buzz. It's putting a queer spin on the conventional Christmas rom-com. So tell us about Happiest Season.
Yeah, you know, this year it does finally feel like the tides are changing in this genre. There's queer representation. Hallmark is debuting its first ever gay Christmas rom-com. And we finally have Happiest Season, which is the mainstream lesbian rom-com that has been a long time coming. So it stars Kristen Stewart and Mackenzie Davis as a couple, Abby and Harper, and they're going home for the holidays. And Abby is planning to propose to Harper at her family's Christmas party. But what she doesn't know is that Harper has yet to come out to her conservative parents. So they have to pretend to be straight, which ends up being hilarious. But it's also this lovely romance that also really gets into what it takes to come out and how hard that is. You've also got Dan Levy in there, Canadian boy Dan Levy, what up, who plays Kristen Stewart's best friend, and he's so funny in this role. And I really think, you know, when it comes to queer representation, we usually see white characters first. And so this year, we've got a lot of white queer characters, and I hope that Happiest Season just marks a change so that next year, potentially, we're going to see some queer characters of color, because they exist as well.
Put it out into the universe, girl, because it will happen. Yes. Next up is a whole festive series, which I believe falls into your beloved category of teen drama.
You know, that's my jam. It is my jam. Although I would call this a dramedy, Dash and Lily on Netflix. It's so fun. It's so witty. It's just wonderful, just like this time of year. So it's based on the YA series, Dash and Lily's Book of Dares. So Dash is this cynical Grinch who hates Christmas, and Lily is this eternal optimist who lives for the holidays. And they fall in love by trading dares and notes in this notebook around New York City. So it's got this like NYC beautiful backdrop that so many Christmas movies do. And it's got that slow burn, will they or won't they, that I just live for. It gets me every time. And again, talking about representation, we've got Asian representation in Lily and her family that we don't normally see in shows like this. And it'll just make you smile. It's 8 episodes. It's a quick binge. I promise it's worth your time.
Lovely. Oh, that sounds so good. Your fourth pick sounds like the epitome of holiday fluff. The Princess Switch. Switched again? Tell us about it.
Oh, it's fluffy. It's ridiculous, but it's also perfect. So the Princess Switch, switched again, is, you guessed it, the sequel to the Princess Switch. It stars Vanessa Hudgens, and Vanessa Hudgens. So Vanessa plays Margaret Delacour. She's the Duchess of Montenero, who suddenly inherits the throne to her country. And her doppelganger, Stacy, who we met in the last movie, they decide to swap places so that Margaret can get her ex-boyfriend back. But then a third lookalike comes in, Lady Fiona, whose plan is to steal the throne. Okay, the premise is laughable, yes, but somehow Vanessa is so likable in all three of these roles, and the love interests, Sam Palladio and Nick Sagar, are also very cute, so that helps. Listen, the Princess Switch, I like to say it's like the candy cane of Christmas movies. You know it's bad for you, but you can't help it. You want one anyway. You just can't resist.
You want one or two or three, right? Last, but certainly not least, you've got a movie that takes the tradition of an advent calendar to a whole new level. Tell us about it.
You know what? This movie has no business being as good as it is. I love it. It's starring Kat Graham, who you may know from The Vampire Diaries, and she's actually becoming an underrated Christmas rom-com queen. So move over, Vanessa Hudgens and Vanessa Hudgens and Vanessa Hudgens. So Kat Graham actually has another movie this season, The Christmas Drop, but the holiday calendar is way better. So she inherits, as you said, an advent calendar that seems to predict her future, including her love life. And I have watched this movie so many times. I'm going to watch it a few more times before Christmas rolls around. It makes you feel good. And that's what we want.
That's the lift we all need right now. Like, we need this. I crave that. Good times, good feelings. Thank you, Kathleen. I'm adding all those to my list, as I always do when you're on the show.